Hello everyone, welcome to another video. My name is Kamada Belay, and this is another Chelsea transfer video for you guys, where I discuss three main topics in this video. The first one does regard Kai Havertz and the latest rumours, latest reports, what's been going on regarding Kai Havertz. We speak about Pedro and Willian potentially leaving after the 30th June and potentially not ending the season with Chelsea, leaving Chelsea in limbo and in complications. We'll be speaking about Benrahma from Brentford in the Championship and how he could be our plan B to Kai Havertz. But before I do get into all of those reports, all of my thoughts, opinions, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and comment down below your thoughts, opinions on each topic that I do speak about. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. I'm starting off with the main story for this video that does, revolve around Kai Havertz. Now, it was broken yesterday. I want to say this morning, but it was really broken out last night, and it came by Sports Bild. Now, Sports Bild, a reliable German publication written by the notorious Christian Falk, who's got connections within Bayern Munich, who's been, a lot of Chelsea's interest the last few days because of our interest in Timo Werner, and Kai Havertz was the first German reporter to break the Timo Werner to Chelsea news. Now, he was essentially writing for Sports Bild and stating that Bayern Munich, to basically sign Kai Havertz, the deal is off this summer. The deal is off the table, and if Kai Havertz stayed at Bayer Leverkusen for a further season, then Bayern Munich could be interested to sign him in the 2021 summer window. Now, obviously, with latest reports and rumors coming out, Kai Havertz has stated that he's keen to leave Bayer Leverkusen this specific window. He wants a new challenge. He wants to play for a big elite club, and this leaves Chelsea in a very, very strong and good position. Now, they were stating that obviously Bayern Munich, they are focusing on Leroy Sané. We've known that for a long, long time. Their primary target is Leroy Sané. Man City want around 55 to 60 million pounds. Now, obviously, Leroy Sané is a top elite winger, but of course, he only has 1 year left of his contract, hence why it's going as cheap. Now, Bayern Munich already had a £35 million bid rejected by Man City for him, and so they'll be focusing and putting their attention to Leroy Sané. And let's not forget as well, with the reports that came out 2 days ago, they're also focusing on signing a potential right back for competition for Benjamin Pavard at Bayern Munich. So they've got other priorities to sort out. They've got positions to cover up, etc. And Kai Havertz is more of a luxury. Let's not forget that Thomas Müller, plays in a similar position that Kai Havertz does, like shadow striker, that number 10, that kind of role. So in a sense, Kai Havertz, he needs guaranteed game time to develop his game, become that world-class generational player that he obviously can be, the potential that he has. But with Müller playing absolutely sublime football this season statistically, yes, he's had his best season in a Bayern Munich shirt. He's been phenomenal this season. And are you really going to sign Kai Havertz? Because then Kai Havertz, you're going to have to, set a plan for him, give him that guaranteed game time. I'm not sure that he's guaranteed that game time at Bayern Munich as of yet. Let's not forget Kai Havertz is only 21. Now, hopefully, if he did ever sign for Chelsea, he would stay at Chelsea for the rest of his career. He'd retire here. He'd live a long, long legacy here and would compete on all fronts for the Premier League and Champions League. That's the destination we want to get to. We want to reach the likes of Bayern Munich and Barcelona and Real Madrid in 3-4 years' time. So hopefully Lampard and co can sell that project to Kai Havertz, and this really leaves us in a strong position. Now, it hasn't even been 2 hours ago, the Telegraph reported that Chelsea must wait to find out whether or not Bayer Leverkusen stick to their £90 million plus valuation of Kai Havertz as a German club battle for Champions League qualification. Now, this is reliable news, and the reason why I say it's because it was written by Matthew Law, very, very reliable when it comes to Chelsea, has actually inside sources and contacts in Chelsea, hence why he is relatively reliable. Now, what it states here with a £90 million plus valuation, it indicates that obviously it's going to cost a lot of money. He's another marquee sign that Chelsea are after. He's our primary target when it comes to the Chelsea hierarchy wanted to sign him. And the key bit there at the end, Champions League qualification. Now, currently, Bayer Leverkusen are a few points off the Champions League qualification. And essentially, with this situation, if Bayer Leverkusen do not secure Champions League football, it will then be a lot cheaper valuation. So, as a result, we're all Chelsea fans. We're all going to be Borussia Mönchengladbach fans for the remainder of the Bundesliga. And sticking on to the point with Kai Havertz is another reason why I'd even join Bayern Munich. Let's not forget with Bayern Munich, they've just today won their 8th consecutive Bundesliga title. I mean, it's becoming boring. It's not a competitive league. Do you not want to move to a competitive league, challenge yourself, become, leaving Germany, coming to England, coming to the best league in Europe, in the world, challenging for the Premier League, challenging for the Champions League, coming to a prestigious club like Chelsea? That's the thing that gives Chelsea the upper hand. And he's already stated in the past that he's open to leaving Germany and come to England. Now, further on with what Matt Law said is that it is believed Chelsea valued the 21-year-old Kai Havertz at closer to £70 million, but it remains to be seen whether either club is prepared or forced to change their stance. So obviously there's about a £20 million gap, £20 million valuation gap difference. Now, so far, what I've been told and what I've heard, what I can give you from the latest news is, obviously, we have contacted representatives, we've contacted Kai Havertz, we've had informal talks with Bayer Leverkusen. We haven't submitted an official bid yet, but that's how much we essentially value Kai Havertz. So we've made that first move, we've already contacted his representatives, and obviously we're thinking about approaching. Now, like I said, the Champions League qualification will be key here, not only for Bayer Leverkusen but also for Chelsea. If Chelsea can, secure Champions League football for the remainder of the Premier League season and Bayer Leverkusen don't, this suddenly makes the deal very, very simpler and very, very achievable for a club like Chelsea. If, however, Chelsea do not secure Champions League football and Bayer Leverkusen do secure Champions League football, it then leaves the situation a very complex problem, because then Chelsea can fall down his pecking order. Why would he leave Bayer Leverkusen to come to another Europa League club? That's the problem we have. So that's why Champions League football is crucial, in my personal opinion. Plus, not only you get more finances, more revenue, and it's going to help with further signings. So I think it's a no-brainer. We have to push to get Champions League football for the remainder of the season. But it is looking positive. I'm optimistic. I think that Chelsea have a very, very strong chance of securing Kai Havertz. But what do you guys think? Do you think Chelsea have a strong possibility of signing Kai Havertz, or do you think that Bayern Munich and Real Madrid are just too strong and they'll sign him instead? Now, moving on to the next story is regarding Pedro. Now, basically, it came out today that Pedro is in a difficult situation. Basically, with what's happening with Pedro, again, written by Matt Law and Liam Townley, who's also got sources within Chelsea, another journalist, saying that obviously because of the Premier League now being pushed back past the 30th of June, obviously all players' contracts end on the 30th of June. And with Willian and Pedro, they become free agents beyond the date of 30th of June. And today is the 17th of June. We have 13 days left until June ends. And normally, in a normal season, when it's not unprecedented circumstances, the season would have easily ended by now, and so everything would have been fine. Now, the issue here is that obviously most clubs now have to hand out extensions so they can play until the Premier League season ends, and then they can leave as free agents. Now, obviously, a logical thing to do would be to accept what the club wants. However, this leaves implications. Now, put yourself in Pedro Willian's shoes. If you suffer an injury in these next 9 games, it ruins your career. You have to be a bit selfish, and it ruins your opportunity to sign for another club as a free agent. So they have to think about it financially. They have to think about their families, and you have to look at it from their point of view. And what's come out from the Athletic is that Pedro is looking like that he's not essentially going to be renewing his extension, accepting the club's offer to sign. And in a way I can sympathise, but it does leave Chelsea in a very, very difficult situation. And basically you can understand his fears about jeopardising the Roma move, because obviously the Roma move has been on the cards for a long, long time. Obviously it's been clear for months that Pedro will be leaving this summer, so you can't really hold it against him. And obviously that's what essentially what Timo Werner's doing by withdrawing himself from the Champions League for RB Leipzig. So you can understand that point of view. Now, this looks like it could be similar with Willian. Obviously he will also be a free agent. And what's happening with Willian at this moment in time is that obviously he still backs himself and thinks that he can get a top move with a big 3-year contract with a big signing on fee. Why would he want to risk his injury? Let's say these two players, well, Pedro is definitely leaving now, but let's say Willian signs the extension beyond 30th of June until the Premier League ends. He's not going to give 110%, because he knows if he does, he could potentially risk an injury. He doesn't want to risk an injury and essentially scupper a move to a big club with a big large payout on a contract. So you can understand it from that point of view. But what do you guys think? Do you think it's selfish in the players? Do you think they should do it? Or do you think it's understandable from the players' point of view? Now, getting into the final story for this video, it is regarding Benrahma from Brentford in the Championship. Now, it was broken by the French journalist Mohamed Boufouzi by the Get French Football News. And they say that Chelsea have begun discussions with the Brentford winger Benrahma's entourage and obviously his representatives. Now, Benrahma, a lot of you guys may know, we've seen the links. Now, what I can tell you guys is that anything you hear regarding Benrahma, it's true. He's on our shortlist. The club have been looking at him, we've scouted him, and he's a very, very talented, skillful right winger. Very, very talented, very, very skillful, fantastic agility, very, very high levels of technical ability, and would bring another dimension to our squad. Attacks the spaces nicely. It's got a really, really nice end product, nice goals, nice assists. Only 24 years of age, and let's not look down that Championship. Championship has improved a lot in the recent years. It's a lot more technical than it used to be, It's a lot more fast fluid than it used to be, a lot more attacking, and Brentford being in London, it makes it a more attractive proposition for Benrahma to come. He wouldn't complain regarding game time being a fantastic backup option from the bench as well, and a very, very nice plan B if Kai Havertz never ever materialise. And if you don't secure Champions League football, then Benrahma would be a perfect option in my personal opinion. But what do you guys think? Do you think Benrahma would be a good option? If not, again, leave me your thoughts, opinions in the comments below. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I'll see you guys for my next video. Peace.